Greetings everyone, and Grade here with another Company Heroes 2 replay. Spawn on the left side as the blue UKF forces, we have HSRometh. As teammate as the yellow US player, both of the allies have selected a doctrine, we have SoyKitty. Spawning as the red OKW player, we have VonManteuffel. I probably butchered that. And spawning as ally as the magenta austere player, we have Heartless Jager. This map. Is this one of the Ardennes Assault maps? I do not recognize this map whatsoever. No, it doesn't look like Ardennes Assault. Maybe it is? It does have that sort of same feel. Am I going crazy, or is this just a map that people don't really choose to play? This could have been some sort of custom game. We got Double Pioneer Opener, a Tier 1 skip for the austere player. Got a standard opener of riflemen over here. We got just infantry sections, building a lot of sandbags, looks like.
An infantry section of Tommies has been trained.
And for the OKW player, no Kubelwagen. And we got 3 doctrinal lock-ins. For the US player, we have Infantry Company. For the UKF player, we have Commando Regiment. And as the OKW player, we have Firestorm, the Firestorm Doctrine. Looks like Pioneers and Rear Echelon engaging out long range. Pioneers behind heavy cover, but Rear Echelon, of course, has a better weapons at long range. Looks like the Rear Echelon are ever so slightly losing, surprising enough. And they do get forced back thanks to Volksgrenadiers. MG42 pushing way forward. Got nice double Pioneer into 2 MG opener. He actually gone for 2 Pioneers first, then MG42. Which allowed him to faster capping pressure, but could potentially get him overrun because Pioneers suck. It does suppress down the Rifleman squad. This MG42 needs to start hitting that other squad. The Pioneer squad can advance forward and try to force back the Rifleman, but even then, this Pioneer squad has received quite a bit of abuse so far. And Pioneers get inside the garrison. Oh, very good play. He knows the Rifleman was trying to go to the garrison and stopped them from doing so. Pioneer squads are advancing forward. This one has been focused on down. MG42 can only get damage, just fighting against the target in heavy cover. This MG42 potentially could get some flanking shots onto the Rifleman squad, and another Pioneer squad is advancing forward. Pioneers absolutely suck, especially versus Rifleman squad, but thanks to all the overwhelming fire from 3 different squads, he managed to force back both those Rifleman squads. However, this MG42 does get flanked by the Rifleman squad. He needs this MG42 has repositioned, trying to hit this Rifleman. And does get 2 half bursts through, which was not enough to suppress the squad, and the Pioneer squad will likely get wiped out. MG42 is not in proper arc to save it. Trying to focus down does get the Pioneer squad. Bit of a minor loss, honestly. Though he does need the Pioneers for capping pressure. He does have Panzer Grenadiers in build queue. Center Doctrine lock-ins. Got Lightning War, always reasonable. Storm Doctrine, very nice to have. And Assault Support Doctrine, nice thing to have as well. No bad doctrines. Volksgrenadiers getting ripped apart by the infantry section. This squad will need to fall back over soon. He has actually retargeted the other squad. He needs to target down this low health squad to come force both force back. And now we've got Flamer Pioneers advancing. Sturm Pioneers. Flamer Sturm Pioneers. That's something I don't really say all too often, honestly. Intersection does get forced back. The Volksgrenadiers is going to capture the sectors, and Paul need to fall back as well. Luckily, he's fighting against Britain, so he doesn't have to worry about landmines or US player. And standing rear Royal Engineers for landmines. Gresham gets a nice flanking opportunity down the MG42, but it's behind some light cover, and he has omnidirectional cover as well. Panzer Grenadiers behind heavy cover do fight out very well. If I remember correctly as well, Panzer Grenadiers behind heavy cover does win out versus, frontal grenade throw. It was good. Rifleman squad gets fully wiped.
We lost an infantry unit. They got wiped out.
Lieutenant has to make his way forward. The Thompson models in the back. As they're trying to save beforehand. Panzer Grenadiers behind heavy cover versus bar Riflemen with 2 bars behind heavy cover. Panzer Grenadiers actually win out versus them. So having Panzer Grenadiers behind heavy cover versus 2 Riflemen not behind cover should be very successful. Okay, that's not a casualty. Well, it is a casualty. A dead casualty, but not a wounded casualty. So he will get the teller mine off It's a bit open ground, but could potentially snare himself an M20 or Stewart. He does see the lieutenant, I'm playing too much, casting too much Brits, Computeros 1. Getting all my words mixed up. The lieutenant does indicate you could potentially go for a utility car or for a Stewart. A Stewart rush with no ambulance is what's being selected. Pioneers Grenadiers have received quite a bit of fire. Pioneers rebuilding more mines. No healing bunkers out here, so this Volksgrenadier or Panzer Grenadier is going to sustain a lot of damage next occasion. And we do have a minesweeper out. Very, very nice. You know, it's always a good idea to get a minesweeper out there, rear echelon squad. And does net himself a teller mine. There's just another landmine there. He didn't detonate the landmine with his own autocannon. It's a bit hard to detonate landmines with your own autocannon. I think it is possible. Poorly, but it is possible. MG42 advancing forward. And he does get some good damage there. He may take it out. AEC armor car here. Does take a wipe out the minesweeper. So this landmine here could potentially snare himself a vehicle. And if either vehicles run it over, they are dead. We got MP40 Volks now advancing forward. Able to get some good damage there onto the retreating Volksgrenadiers. Not Volksgrenadiers, intersections. And I think he actually has 5-man squad upgrade, doesn't he?
Damned enemies trying to take a point from us.
He does have 5-man squad upgrade. He net very early on, does net him a lot of power. Oh, this may be that squad as well. He's gone for full MP40 spam. I'm not really a big fan of the MP40 upgrade for the OKW player. As the OKW is a faction designed for doctrinal ability, is because they already have Shroom Pioneers. It's an overlapping role. So it does not have a bit more. It's not more or less the same durability, honestly, with the target size of the Shroom Pioneer. But does find it bring out Puma. Charge the fort. He does have a Opel Blitz truck, which can be used as an ambulance. And there's no AT grenade here. And there goes the AEC. Stewart, however, is pushing way forward. And this could be a bit of a iffy fight. He does throw out a smoke grenade as well as stun rounds. Not stun rounds, blinding rounds. Which stops him from firing. One shot there. Kuma could take out. I think one more shot from onto the Kuma and it's down. And those out of control right there. Does get one more shot on the tree path. It did get one miss, but it still would not be enough to take out that Stewart. Rifleman squad does get suppressed here. And now do have Mortar Half-Track. Mortar Half-Track is an excellent weapon, especially versus the MG42s. And you know he's fighting against 2 MG42s. So the Mortar Half-Track is a good weapon for that.
Interrogation training and detection avoidance available to all combat infantry.
And now we do have one final doctrine selected, Lightning Bore, which he could upgrade. That he is upgrading G43s on both his Panzer Grenadiers. Very, very nice. People say it's more of a side grade, and I don't disagree. The G43 upgrade is best used on probably the Storm Troopers, since they get the Panzer Grenadier variants. We've got the Opel Blitz truck here. He activated the ambulance mode. He's charging forward. And that squad of Volksgrenadiers fall back. This one's a little bit out of range. We do got a large number of intersections here. 4 intersections. So it does outnumber the Volksgrenadiers. Got a Vaquero with her on the build queue. He did take out the AEC, but he still has to worry about his opponent's teammates, Stewards. Good landmine there, snaring him a lot of models there. Gets a decent frag there, a lot of damage to the Royal Engineer. That's going to be a great frag. Oh, a lot of damage, but not a lot of model kills. Doesn't have any medics back at home, which is important. He does have one medic model there, which is going to need a lot of work done. Rifleman squad does fall back. He does fall the G43s, which can alert him to 2 potential doctrines, because we know he's gone for Wait, no. It was only one doctrine. I was thinking he went for Jager infantry doctrine, but he actually went for storm doctrine. So that only points one doctrine, Lightning War, which can bring up the Tiga Panzer, as well as Tsuka close air support. It's a very, very good doctrine. The weakest, both tactical moves. Granted, relief infantry has been severely nerfed. Places one squad. Speeds up reinforcement times. Oh yeah, it's been changed slightly. New squads requisition now losing 4 members. He's able to net himself a free. No, Pack 40 gets some shots there. Only gets 1 hit there. Oh, yeah, I forget they changed relief infantry. No longer 2 Osttrooper squads. Now it's just 1 Osttrooper squad, and reduces speeds up reinforcements times and production times. It's not that great of a rework. It bases a nerf that basically makes it almost completely useless, because speed up production times for 90 munitions is not worth it. The cost needs to be basically dropped down to 50 munitions in order that to be useful. Tactical movement is still actually pretty useful. It's just that it's only available in this doctrine only anymore, but it does give you global sprinting for 20 seconds. It's not bad. Seeing one sprint costs what, 10 munitions, 15 munitions? Gets a full wipe there on the Royal Engineers there. Very nice. And we do got a squad of commandos deployed out as well. But I was saying before, 40 munitions for all your squads of 20-second sprint, it's not bad. Compared to the sprint ability for URA is 10 seconds for 10 munitions. So 20 seconds for all your squads with 40 munitions, that is useful, but also situational. I think people just use the store up munitions for super service support. But honestly, relief infantry needs to be nerfed down the munitions, or buffed by reducing munitions costs. Probably down. I'm saying all the way down to 50, and then it'll be useful. Oh, the intersection does fall back. He's trying to hit. Oh, I think he's tacked moving. He may have actually tacked A-clicked on the glider. The glider's click box is actually quite large. Let's get a nice bit of salvage there. And that was on to... Is that his Puma or the AEC? I think the Puma died over here, right? I may be mistaken. There's also a smoke grenade there, which is available on the MP40 Volt, which is very nice. And now we do have the 50 cal game force on back. And there you go, takes out both of the, take out the 50 cal there. He may be able to grab himself a free 50 cal, throws a smoke on it to guarantee the secure, but does have to worry about the Gammon Bomb. The Gammon Bomb is almost successful. Likely to be successful. Yep. Rifleman does manage to reclaim the 50 cal. Got MG34 suppressing down one of the infantry sections. We do have the commandos trying to camouflage forward, but they're still uncamouflaged. And now we've got the G43s advancing, trying to get some good shots there. Commandos decide to just attack. And now the MG34 is getting quite wounded. Oh! And so it does survive the 2 AT guns there. MG34 does get the crew. We've got the G43 squads here, as well as the MP40 bolts. Does reclaim the MG34, soft retreating back to his open wheels command truck, which of course, like I mentioned before, can be used as the ambulance. Has the ambulance lockdown, distribute medical supplies ability. So even if he does, like it says, it's too unsafe to have that deployed on the front line, you can always control it back to base and use it as healing. No need for a battle group HQ. Mortars are raining on in. And good hit there.
Ostwind ready for deployment.
Oh, Flak Passenger Ostwind. I was not paying attention to what vehicles are going to deploy out, and Flak Passenger Ostwind was not on my radar. MG42 getting some good suppression there, but will get flanked by the captain. Captain and Lieutenant. And he actually got the mechanized command post. He got the captain primarily for the AT gun, didn't he? He also got paramortar half-tracks. He spent a lot of fuel on his light vehicles. Also, when pushing forward, gained some great damage here on the captain. Now the rifleman squad is going to hit severely. Right, if you take rifle grenade, looks like it was being fired. Does connect, but the lieutenant, Stewart did not get a penetrating shot there.
The enemy is overrunning one of our capture points.
Lieutenant will be pursued. Osprey can engage the Stewart. We do got the stun round ability on cooldown, so don't have to worry about that. But it's almost off cooldown. As part of its fire, Osprey gains some great damage there, but does receive an M1 AT gun shot there, so the Osprey will need to fall back. Receive a couple pens there, severely wounded. Can still withstand one AT gun shot, so it's not critically low health. 50 cal captured up by the Brits, and the intersections are making with it for Commando's camouflage for throws out a bundle grenade or gamma bomb, and let's take out that squad. Infantry 42 is advancing forward. We've got the flame headster on the field. Maybe a little bit overkill with anti-infantry vehicles for the Axis team, but I did see a Stug on the field queue for Magenta, which is good. He needs some AT. But they steal the mortars. The US player's armor production is a little bit slow. He does have enough for the Major, but not enough for any other armor assets. Grenade does connect. Gamma bundle grenade.
And ready for action.
We got a AT gun shot there onto the Hetzer. MG42 does suppress back the rifleman. Rifleman squad's in full retreat. And now got the Stewart now trying to flank or just trying to engage the MG42. AT gun is repositioning, packed and deployed on up. Does roll a miss, however. The Pack 40 seems like it's, every time you look at it, rolls a miss on that Stewart. Flame Hetzer there. We got the MP40 Volks falling back from the intersection and the Commando. And now we do got a Cromwell on the field. The Cromwell is a good item at this point in time. The fighting against a Hetzer and a... Oh, good bounce there. Keeps that Stewart. They're fighting against a Hetzer and an Ostwind, so the Cromwell is more than plenty. No need to go for a full combat versus this armor. There's a Stug on the field. At this point in time, mobility is probably a bit more useful against the Stug rather than armor as well, so no need for a combat. Another good hit there on the Hetzer. Flame Hetzer's now falling back. Opal Blitz could just get hit down. And there goes Hetzer. Pack 40 here to cover. The other pack, no, that's Stug. But Kenneworth does roll a hit there. Stug rolls a hit there. Cromwell's down to one shot, throws out smoke round, unsuccessful in stopping the Stug. And there goes the Cromwell. Does get AT grenade, heat grenade from the Royal Engineers, but the Stug is safe. And that's 50 cal on the map, not an AT gun. So overall, good pick from both sides, taking out the Hetzer as well as taking the Cromwell. Hetzer is what? Is it 90 fuel or 100 fuel? It is 90 fuel, while the Cromwell is 100 fuel or 110 fuel? 100 fuel. Oh, no, that's Centaur. 110 fuel. So it's relatively equal trade, though it's a little bit a loss on the Brit side.
Our capture point.
But of course, it does give their infantry more breathing room, and AT guns can more than handle other armored assets in lieu of the Cromwell.
We're losing a capture point.
Mortar half tracks pushing me forward on the barrage something in this region. Maybe these Kenneworth? That's one thing constantly being spotted right now. Rolls a pair of misses, however. Smoke grenade, very nice. Stalls out the engagement. He's spending his munitions on those various grenades, which makes it so he doesn't fall in any rocket barrages, but honestly, most of the time rocket barrages are not really that useful. The heavy artillery stuff, it's mostly just force your opponent out of a region. They hardly ever get kills themselves. Unless you're hitting a structure, of course. But most of the time, light artillery barrage for Osh is like one of the best artillery barrages in the game because it's cheap, spammable, and does the same job of forcing your enemy to stay out of that region. Because in higher level play, you simply don't get hits with your off-map artillery. Lots of Panzer Grenadiers advancing forward. Got, of course, the 50 cal set on up. Does get one of these guys suppressed. Fresh Black Ostwin. No, the Ostwin's always still alive. His head's stuck down. But does receive an AT gun shot there from the 6-pounders. Both of them got a hit there. Panzer Grenadiers do fall back. They do manage to escape on out, but now the Commando's getting overran by the MP40 Volks. The MP40 Volks may get the kill there. No, does get suppressed by the 50 cal. Stop moving there. Fires some rounds with long range, but was unsuccessful. Captain's advancing forward. Volks Grenadiers will need to fall back, suppress, and the captain will, of course, annihilate them. Goes out frag grenade. Stick grenade was successful, but he was behind some paper cover, reducing the damage. Sturm Pioneers with Minesweeper and Flamer does fall back. An AT gun does connect with the 6-pounder. Not 6-pounder, new Flame Hetzer. Another Flame Hetzer is a little bit interesting option. I suppose they're not fighting against any armored asset at the moment, like the Cromwell or Sherman. So I suppose it can do some work, but maybe a better idea to go for the Panzer IV. But it's there on the MG42. Got suppression there onto the Major. Not Major, forced back by the Major. MG4 does pack on up, reposition. Once you get spotted by any of your weapon teams, when your opponent has 2 mortar half-tracks, reposition. It's better for them to be out of cover and reposition rather than in the cover in the same position, because the mortars just pick them apart. But it's there, forces back the Panzer Grenadiers. Now the M1AT guns have pushed their way forward. This okay, there's 2 6-pounders, 2 M1AT guns. Technically the same gun in real life, but different performance. Like, the US gun fires faster, but lower accuracy. It can annihilate the austere units quite quickly if they get hits. These guys are camouflage or have hold fire safe, but getting reviewed by the casualty right there. Up north, we got the Flame Hetzer and the MP40 Volks trying to secure some ground. There is a trench here.
A capture point is being overrun.
Now we do got the Black Panzer and AT guns, the force fire. They're trying to destroy this tree, I'm guessing. Major does get a pin force on back, and now the Panzer Grenadiers are advancing forward. They may throw a bomb grenade, but there's way too much fire there from them to stick around all too much longer, but the Black Panzer also should do its work. Oh, wait a second. We got a bit of a transformative bulletin for the Axis of Austria player. Massacre gives the Black Panzer Holzwin hull-mounted machine gun suppression. I honestly am not so sure how effective it is. I think it does take quite a bit of time. And now we've got the super close air support ability being called in onto the Shermans, hitting the mortar half-tracks well. They are vehicles for them to get nailed by. But the Black Panzer Ostwind can suppress units. I generally don't know how effective it is, however. Stick grenade thrown. Does not really get the commandos.
We have 200 points now.
But it's there onto the commandos with the flamer and the lag. The lag could potentially wipe this guy out. They're really stacked up. 6-pounders advancing with the commando support, and they do get forced back by the MG34. Superclose air support. The duration is expired up, but they're still sort of lording around. They can still do strafes for the time being. I would say that sometimes they sort of linger around a bit longer. In those situations, maybe better to have that reticle on the map stay around a bit longer. Now we do got a tactical advance being utilized. Now all of his infantry units now are going to sprint on forward for 20 seconds, but this is a firing line. They need to throw some bundle grenades right here. This is now the time for bundle grenades, but they do receive a frag grenade. They do miss, and they do a full retreat right there. I like seeing those less used abilities. Mortar half-tracks falling on back. Is that 3 levels of veterancy as well? You could pop up that crew and I suppose it probably does. It may have 3 veterancy levels of veterancy with mortar half-track, but maybe not 3 levels of veterancy, say for a Sherman tank, which is actually dead. Did Sherman tank actually go down? Oh, how did I miss that? Was it super close air support? Sorry I missed that. I'm trying to see the carcass. It was somewhere over here, right? It must have had a hull mount revealing it for the loiter. He's going for a Scott as well. That maybe not really a good idea. He has mortar half-tracks, so it's a little bit overkill in indirect fire. Over here, we got the intersection being suppressed. Various U.S. infantry is being suppressed as well. And it looks like, I think that was suppression there from the rifleman from the Black Panzer. But they actually a little bit of suppression from the near AoE suppression of the MG42. Getting in some little bit extra, just getting some nice little suppression. Good support way to support the MG42. Have more anti-infantry support the anti-infantry. Pack gun finds hit down. The mortar half-track does take it out. Stug is advancing forward, and now the US players in a full retreat. It does have an AT gun retreat, but could be overran by the Panzer Grenadiers because right now they have tactical advance. Tactical advance being used twice in one game? That's unheard of. It's able to overrun AT guns with it. AT gun does get decrewed thanks to the tactical advance. Does recrew it, and will immediately be refocused down because it's recruited in combat.
We lost an infantry unit.
These guys do fall back. He does have a Scott out on the field, provides more indirect fire. So now he does have 2 indirect fire pieces. Now we've got a full Churchill on the field. I do like seeing the Churchill. Churchills in large numbers can be very, very hard to deal with. They're very responsive, they're very durable. Not some of the fastest things, of course, but they are durable enough that getting them in large numbers can be so hard to deal with. AT guns simply don't have the DPS output to kill them. Of course, it's probably a little bit late for a Churchill spam. It's not a half bad idea to go for a Firefly to go along with them, because the Churchill's great at meat sponge, as well as providing some great anti-infantry support. Captain does get suppressed there, and the MG42 will get overrun from the front.
We have lost an MG team.
Another... Oh, no, that's not tactical advance. That is the Find Arms ability being utilized right there. Mortars are raining on it. That is probably from the Major. Yeah, Major artillery was actually called on top of that MG42. Trying to capture it up. We got an assault being utilized by the Commando Doctrine. I forgot he is actually Commandos as well. And now the MG40 folks advance forward, trying to overrun the rifleman. And suppression comes forward from the hull-mounted machine gun, the Black Panzer. That may... You're probably wondering where that came from, unless you didn't remember that Doctrine, or Bolton. Churchill is severely wounded, and there it goes, but looks like the Stug may go down as well, which is a good trade. There goes the Stug. That 2 Stug goes down. MG34 does suppress the intersection.
Threatening a capture point.
There's suppression there from the 50 cal, very nice. And more and more mortars raining on in. I don't know why that's a bit of a tongue twister. Many things are tongue twisters, you don't realize it. Pioneer Squad does get forced on back. MG42 in the region, suppressing these forces.
The enemy is taking our
Could see, yep, more major artillery, and now we've got the Tiger Panzer. Looks like a high explosive rounds coming in from the Scott as the Tiger tank is pushing its way forward.
Forces are securing our territory.
Good hits there on the Tiger tank. The Tiger tank is severely wounded. And Panzer Grenadier is now pushing way forward to support the Tiger tank. He does have 2 Pioneers, which is a good amount of repairs. There's the fact that he's lost all of his other armored assets. MP-40 Volks are going to have a bit of trouble to hold this area. Got a lot of Brens advancing. Those a grenade there, stick bomb onto the intersection. And the MP-40 Volks need to fall back. We've got incendiary barrage running on in top of the 50 cal. And it's 2 legs, both firing the barrage. MG42, Panzer Grenadiers, and MG34 sitting on up. Those looks like the Royal Engineers will get a flank shot, but we've got the Flame Hetzer right here. Let's get suppression there on the Commandos. And grenade was thrown on top of the MG34 Gammon Bomb. Both the MGs are falling back. Tiger tank does find a good hit there. Tiger tank is fully repaired. Now the Commando Squad is falling on back. It's going to take time to salvage up the 6-pounder. And Panzer Grenadiers are pushing its way forward. They won't find a whole lot. They could potentially take out some AT guns. But the more half-track is quite resistant to small arms fire.
One of our capture points.
Grab your shit and follow me.
The capture point is under attack.
These forces start making their way forward. Looks like both the lieutenant and the captain have the Vet 3 sprint. But they're getting quite spread apart thanks to AT guns and to the Scott. Panzer Grenadiers do take out that first model in the front. Panzer Grenadiers going to be pushed forward with the support of the Tiger tank, so they get the combined arms tactic. This Panzer Grenadiers engaging. The captain does force back the captain there. Mortar does connect with the Panzer Grenadiers, force them back. Tiger tank finds a shot there, gets some damage. Up we've got the MP-44 overrunning the Brens. Forcing them back, got suppression there thanks to a 50 cal. Now do have a Panzer War front, build a cube from Magenta, very nice.
A Firefly is ready to give someone a bloody nose.
Firefly has been pulled down the field. And do got a smoke grenade being thrown on out. Very nice. Tiger tank does roll a miss there onto the MG42. Captured MG42. Do have Jackson here on the field, so could perhaps water away the Tiger tank. And Scott is rolling some misses there on the Pioneers. AT gun does find a hit there on the Scott, and so does the Tiger tank. Tiger tank now has Veterancy 1. Does use a get out of jail smoke and does force fire the ground there, killing off the Scott. AT guns trying to force fire the ground themselves, but being unsuccessful. Now got still close air support now, raining on in. Finds a miss there in the Jackson. And Jackson does fall back. There's there from the bazookas of the rear echelon. Now we've got MG42 suppressing out his forces and got a relatively close range barrage, annihilates the lieutenant. And now we've got a Firefly advancing forward, but the Tiger tank is falling back for some repairs. Engineers do fall back.
Our opponents are seizing a sector.
And now we do have, looks like another glider with commandos loading on board. I think it got tasked to drop down right here. I could be mistaken though. Glider does drop on forward, and here comes the commandos. Does fall back. The Panzer Grenadiers do manage to stay out of that barrage. Got more artillery raining on in. Firefly does receive a Pack 40 shot right there. And then now got some incendiary mortars raining on in. Oh, that's a King Tiger. I did not hear the voice line nor the engine until just now. King Tiger has been deployed and out. Flame Hetzer could advance forward. Flame Hetzer does fall back. Firefly does get a hit there. Still a little bit wounded. Decides to fall back away from that Firefly. He could potentially get snared. King Tiger does roll a miss on the captain and does receive a pen there from the Firefly. Paz does get the snare. And a good hit there. One hit there. King Tiger just needs to get one more hit, and that Firefly is dead. Another pen there, and there goes the Firefly. 6-pounder, however, lighting up the King Tiger. He needs to throw perhaps a smoke grenade from the Volks Grenadiers onto the King Tiger. Finds another hit there. Panzerfaust does connect, but that's a bazooka. Has one for barrage, perhaps running on top of this guy, and that's sure where. Goes down south, trying to hit the captured MG42, does force him back. Jackson charging on forward, maybe trying to hunt down the King Tiger. King Tiger is one shot away from death. We got Pack 40 connecting as well. And let's have an activate. Tiger King's in pursuit. It's going to be a dead Jackson. Yep. With the combat, the Blitzkrieg being activated there, can increase the accuracy. Allows them to hunt down the Jackson, and now the allies are severely wounded. Major does fall back. And now we got the Panzer Grenadiers engaging, getting some damage there. And the Panzer Grenadier squad does fall back. Oh, he tried to go for a landmine there, but he's getting required by the commandos, so we need to stop it. He does retreat back. Does cancel landmine as well. Commandos see some lag shots there. And now Magenta's gone for a Brumbar, going for a lot of infantry there. The Brumbar, I do love the Brumbar, and they took out a number of the tanks, the Jackson and the Firefly. So the Brumbar has a lot of room to breathe. And heavy breathing of the Brumbar, the allies will feel that. The heavy breathing down their neck. Or not down their neck, it's when the neck is the front of their neck. Scott sees some deadly hits there. Pack 40 finds a hit as well. Tiger Tank does not. Oh, I think that was the Pack gun that got the kill there. 2 kills there. I believe that was the Pack 40. And the one vehicle destroyed by the Tiger Tank was that Jackson. Flame Hetzer advance forward. Got some nice flame mortar there on the AT gun, burning it alive. It does get burned alive.
One of our anti-tank guns is gone.
Does take out that carcass there.
Send order.
And this is actually taking down the 6-pounder. Very nice. That may have been not trying to hit the 6-pounder, but maybe just trying to hit the 6-pounder. Rolling some misses there. He shouldn't be missing against the 6-pounder. It's now dead in either way. Panzer Grenadiers pushing way forward, getting some damage there on the captain. Now got some flame mortars raining on in, not flame mortars, flame shots from lag. And here comes Hetzer, just trying to advance forward. May get some shots down south. Yes, it does.
We've dropped to 100 points.
He is trying to advance forward on the flame Hetzer. Does find a miss there. MG-34 trying to suppress some of these forces. Flame Hetzer is advancing forward. And King Tiger has been repaired. Will be camped in the middle of the VP. Flame Hetzer can just ward away any sort of infantry advance. Does force back the commandos there. The commandos do throw that smoke grenade, so the Piats could potentially advance forward. That's a little bit more smoke there than normal. Oh, it's a smoke raid operation. I generally have no idea exactly what that does. Just smokes down everything. MP40 Volks upgrade. Also got a fresh squad of MP40 Volks. Maybe we'll get some good damage there. Does force back that squad. Yep, just got a whole bunch of smoke mortars just raining on in. And it looks like the Allies actually has surrendered. This is Great saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.